Autopay feels like a safety net, but there's one quiet mistake that can tank your credit score and overdraft your account on the exact same day. And most people don't catch it until the damage is done. And the scary part? It looks like you did everything right. Today on the Daily Drop, we're breaking down what Autopay actually does under the hood, the mistakes that silently cost people hundreds of dollars, and how to set it up in a way that actually works in your favor. Let's get into it. Section 1. The two kinds of Autopay. And why most people pick the wrong one. When you go to set up Autopay on a credit card, you're almost always given a choice. And most people don't realize how massive that choice is. The options usually look something like this: pay the minimum due, pay a fixed custom amount, or pay the full statement balance. Most people, especially when they're just trying to avoid a late fee, click minimum payment and move on. That feels responsible. That feels safe. But here's what's actually happening. The minimum payment on a credit card is usually somewhere between 1% and 3% of your total balance, or a flat fee like $25, whichever is higher. So if you carry a $2,000 balance and you've got Autopay set to minimum, you might be automatically paying $40 a month. That sounds fine until you realize that at a typical 22% interest rate, you're accumulating roughly $36 in interest charges every single month. You're barely moving the needle. The bank is happy. You are not winning. But here's where it gets worse for your credit score specifically. A lot of people assume that because they have Autopay on, their balance must be getting paid off, so they keep spending on the card. The balance grows. Their credit utilization, that's the ratio of how much credit you're using versus how much you have available, starts climbing. And credit utilization makes up about 30% of your FICO score. If your utilization goes above 30%, your score starts to drop. Above 50%, it can drop significantly. And you might not notice for months because Autopay made everything feel automatic and under control. The fix here is straightforward. Go back into your Autopay settings and switch it to full statement balance if you can afford to do that every month. That one change eliminates interest charges entirely, keeps your utilization low, and means Autopay is actually doing what you thought it was doing. If you want a practical money win like this every single day, subscribe to the Daily Drop. We make this stuff simple so it actually sticks. Section 2. The Overdraft Trap. Nobody talks about. Okay, so let's say you've done the smart thing. You've set Autopay to the full balance. You feel good about it. But here's the second trap, and this one catches even financially organized people off guard. The timing mismatch between your billing cycle and your paycheck. Here's how it plays out. Your credit card statement closes on, say, the 5th of the month. The payment is due 21 to 25 days later, so around the 27th or 28th. Your Autopay pulls from your checking account on that due date, but your paycheck doesn't land until the 1st of the next month. You've got a 3 to 4 day gap where your checking account doesn't have enough to cover the full Autopay amount. The Autopay pulls anyway. Your account goes negative. You get hit with an overdraft fee. The payment may even bounce, which could trigger a late payment on your credit card too. One gap in timing just cost you on 3 fronts. An overdraft fee, potentially a late fee, and possibly a hit to your credit. The solution has 2 parts. First, log into your bank and check if you can shift your Autopay date. Many credit card issuers will let you request a different due date. You can often move it by a week or 2 to better align with when your money actually arrives. Second, keep a buffer in your checking account. This doesn't have to be thousands of dollars. Even $300 to $500 sitting in your checking account as a permanent floor gives you enough cushion to absorb an Autopay pull that comes a few days before your paycheck hits. Think of it as a timing buffer, not emergency savings. It's there specifically so your automated systems don't eat each other alive. A quick side note here. If your bank offers free overdraft protection that links to a savings account, turn that on. It won't solve a chronic shortfall, but it will protect you from a one-time timing slip without charging you $35 for the privilege. Section 3. The Autopay setup that actually works for you. Let's talk about building an Autopay system that's genuinely working in your favor, not just keeping you out of trouble, but actively building your financial position. Step 1. Audit every Autopay you currently have running. Grab your bank and credit card statements, go line by line, and list every recurring charge. Subscriptions, insurance, utilities, loan payments, all of it. You're looking for two things: charges you forgot about and amounts that have quietly increased. Studies consistently show that the average person underestimates their subscription spending by a significant margin. This audit takes about 20 minutes and almost always surfaces at least one charge that surprises you. Step 2. Create a dedicated bills account. This is a separate checking account. You can open one for free at most online banks, and its only job is to hold money for Autopay. You calculate your total monthly Autopay obligations, add a 10 to 15% buffer, and transfer that amount into the bills account at the start of every month. Your Autopays pull from there. Your everyday spending comes from your main account. The two never interfere with each other. This single habit eliminates the overdraft trap almost entirely. Step 3. Set calendar reminders 3 days before any large Autopay is scheduled to pull. This gives you a quick check-in moment to confirm the money is there and that nothing unexpected happened with the billing amount that month. Variable charges, like a credit card with a balance that changed or a utility bill that spiked, can still trip you up if you're completely hands-off. Autopay is not a set-it-and-never-look-at-it system. It's a set-it-and-verify-occasionally system. That's a meaningful difference. Step 4. Use Autopay strategically for credit building. If you have a credit card and you want to build your score, one of the most effective Autopay strategies is this. Set Autopay to the full statement balance, but also make a small manual payment mid-cycle. That manual payment lowers your reported utilization on the statement date, because that's when your balance gets reported to the credit bureaus. And then Autopay clears the rest on the due date. You're never carrying a balance, you're never paying interest, and your reported utilization is lower than your actual spending. That combination tends to have a very positive effect on credit scores over time. Wrap up. Autopay is genuinely one of the best tools in personal finance, but only when it's configured correctly. Minimum payment Autopay quietly keeps you in debt. Poorly timed Autopay silently drains your checking account. And a completely hands-off approach means billing increases and forgotten subscriptions slip through indefinitely. But Autopay set to full balance, timed to your paycheck, pulling from a dedicated bills account, that version is actually working for you. The difference between those two versions of Autopay isn't effort, it's just knowing where to look. And that's exactly what we do here every day. If this gave you something useful, subscribe to the Daily Drop and hit the bell. Every video is built around one practical money concept, explained clearly, no fluff. We'll see you in the next one.